Hello, everybody. Welcome back. This is Stinker77. We're back on my Create Above and Beyond world, and we're going to get right into it here today with Create. So last time when we were here, you can see that we built this section over here with this windmill. Who is shooting me in the back during my intro? You, dude. Well, I guess it shows off this thing that I built off camera. I hear some other things, too. One thing I found was that we were going to need rubber, and to get rubber, one of the easiest ways is to make these devices. These are arboreal extractors, which basically get resin, which we eventually will convert into some rubber. I made a bunch of those trees over there and built those up off cameras because this is very slow. They're not powered, but they're really slow. You can see this is just not moving up. It takes a lot of time. So I put those in and went AFK for a little bit. And so back to what I was saying, last time we built this windmill that's powering this washing system, and from the sand that gets done by these strainers, sand comes down, gets washed into clay, and you can see I've been AFK enough that I've gotten a few stacks of clay, which is excellent. And of course, the wood is starting to fill up this chest. Now, I'm curious as if this system will stop when there's nothing able to put in there, if this will continue spinning, or, wow, that's a big tree. So, we'll see. Anyway, so I would like to make some rubber. It's not really on the quest yet. If we go to the quest lines here on overview, I can see rubber is past this point. But I really think we need to get the rubber because we can then get some belts. And belts are useful for moving resources around. And we're going to need to do that because a lot of these things have to come together to make the kinetic mechanisms. So let's go look at that right now. Now, to make rubber, it does take a basin. A basin is 5 andesite alloy. So let's do that really quick over here. I have some andesite alloy. We'll go into here. We'll make a basin like that. And there we go. Okay, now I'm going to put this water back. There we go. To make the rubber, you use the mechanical press. So I'm going to take out the depot, and I'm going to put in... Now, did that go into there? Oh, I got it in my hand. Excellent. Okay, I have the basin in there. And so if we go over here and we grab a bucket worth of resin from the arboreal extractors and put it here, this should then press it down and make for us rubber. And we need that for some of this to make the belts. Now, it takes 6 cured rubber, I think, to make 1 belt. Let's go look at that really quick. Belts are important for moving things around. So a belt takes 6 pieces of cured rubber to get 3 belts. To cure it, you just throw it in a furnace or some drying mechanism, which would work great. We should make like a little dryer with some lava. That'd be kind of cool to have, but we can use the furnace for now. And there we have it. We have that block. And we can just break that apart to get the rubber. So now that we have a way to make this stuff, let's get some more so we can make at least a few belts, because we're going to need some belts here in a little bit. Looking at the quest contraptions here, we've done number 1, which is the logs. We've done number 2, which is catching the sediment and, of course, drying it, or washing it. So the third thing we're going to do here is the underwater garden. And this is basically you need to make a kelp farm. Kelp is very useful for making the algal blend, which we're going to be making in a little bit, I hope, today. So we have to make something similar to this system over here that we have for the trees. Now you can see it basically, it looks like it's a 5 by 5 on these edges where it does, where things swings around. And the idea I'm thinking about is that the device will swing around to harvest the kelp. So I'm going to make a basin over on this side of this hill, dig down and dig it around so that we have that, because the byproduct of the clay and the byproduct of the kelp will come together to make the algal blend. So somewhere over here probably will be a system to make that. So let me make up a little basin here. This shouldn't take too long. I've dug the basin out and kind of prepped it, so it should be good to go. We need to go get the parts for this mechanism. I have some of them already on me right now. We do have to get some more things. Now, this is going to be very passively powered again, so we're going to use a magma block powering an encased fan. Of course, we have the lever that will turn that on. We need a mechanical bearing. That's what makes the thing spin, and a radial chassis that we connect things to, and super glue. We also need logs there. What we also need is a barrel, which will be the temporary storage, and the portable interface. Let's get the portable interface first. If we take one of these into the here, we'll get our 2 portable interfaces. That's good. We also need harvesters, and you also get that from the stone cutter. So harvesters, mechanical harvesters, you get 2 of those. We're going to need 4 total. Okay, there we go. And we need some barrels. At least one barrel, right? So let's look for a barrel. There we go. And probably some chests. And we may need a chute. Do we have any chutes in here? We do have some chutes. And that should be everything that we need to get this to run. Let's go build this. So down in this hole, we're going to put the magma block. You can use this instead of a campfire for powering encased fans. I'm going to shift and put that on top of that encased fan. So now you can see we have the axle or the place where the shaft would connect on top of it. And we put a lever. When we flip the lever, you can see that it engages. And that's what we want to see. And then on top of that, we're going to have our mechanical bearing. And that puts us flush with the floor here that we want to work with. Now, we want to basically have this layer right here, with you see the dirt. This will be where kelp will be, and it will grow up to this layer, and this is the layer that we want to harvest, okay? So we want to put on a radial chassis, wow. Up here, do I have another one? It'd be nice if I had a couple of those so they stack together. Let's go check. I could use glue. I'd rather not if I can help it. Okay, so let's see here. I do have another one. I'll do that. I'll just stack them, and they should still spin together, which is what I want to see. So put this on top. Now does it spin? It does. Excellent. Okay, so now off of this one side here, we're going to basically have some glue, and we're going to put down, wow, okay. I hit the wrong button there. Put down some blocks here. This is the arm that will be spinning around. And I don't want to forget, like I did last time, let's set the get the wrench and set that to the right distance. Because last time, it was set to default of 8, and it took some of the dirt with it. And that would be a cause of a big problem, especially if we're dealing with water today. So let's go ahead and set this up with the wrench. And we'll say that this is 5, 4. Oh, there we go. 4. That should be good. Okay. Now, on the front of this, we want to have our harvesters. So we'll do that, and we'll put the harvesters over here. So as... Get on there. There we go. As this thing spins around, it will swing around and harvest any of the kelp that has grown. Okay, so that's good. Now, on the side here, we want to have the other blocks that we need. Let's put another piece of glue. Let's put a piece of... I could put a piece of wood here. I think I can do... Yeah, let's do it this way. Let's do a piece of glue, and we'll put another block here. And I'm going to put the portable storage interface right here. So it'll actually, I'm going to put this eventually when it lines up, it'll be on this side over here. So that's where that goes. And then on the other side of this, we need to have the glue down for the barrel. Okay? So let's get this, hit that button again. The barrel. Okay. I guess it doesn't matter what direction it faces. But this whole mechanism should turn when we do this. Okay, that's excellent. Now, I have this lined up right in the middle, as you can see. So I'm over here on the middle. We're going to actually set up the system that will pull this out. So we want to have the portable storage interfaces on this side right here. And we want to have a chute going down into a double chest right here. And this will take the output and keep it into here for us. There we go, and a chute. Okay, so this system should be running. We have to get it started, fill this in with water, and fill this in with kelp, all while watching out for the harvesters. So this could be interesting. Not sure how I'm going to do this. Probably just do it, right? So let's just start this up. And try not to get hit by the harvester. I'm not sure if it'll hurt you, but I don't want it to hurt me. And there you saw it linked up. That was good. Okay, so let's see. I need to go get some water and fill this in next. Now the first layer of water's in. I want to get this planted, get the kelp kind of set up here. And of course, the harvester's running around here. It's going to make it kind of difficult, but we can do this. Basically hitting every spot and doing the best I can here without dying. I haven't tested whether it hits me and hurts me, but we'll see here in just a second. Will it hurt? No, it just kind of pushes you around, which of course makes it really hard for me to get to where I need to go because it only stops by the portable storage interface there. There we go. So let me get this all fixed up, and then I'm going to add another layer of water. And there it is, and you can see it's harvesting as the kelp grows. It should go over here, put it into here, we should see down in this chest, we should have some kelp. Should be awesome. And there we are. So this is functioning great. Let me grab that again. So it's going around. You can hear it harvesting. And again, there's nothing in this chest, so it should be having a kelp be put in from what it's harvested over here. And we are. So we are getting kelp, guys. This is great. This is fully automatic. It doesn't need us to do anything else. It will just forever and ever and ever harvest the kelp. So let's go over to the quests here. We can now say that that is correct. We've got that, and we'll mark that as checked. So now we're at a point here where we have clay and we have kelp. We need to make the algae blend. Okay. And to make that, let's go look at the recipes again. It's combining this of 2 clay and 2 kelp, and it uses a mixer. Okay, so we got to bring those 2 things into a mixer and bring the output out of that. So we've got 2 different chests here. Probably someplace in the middle here we need to do this, and I think we're going to be using some belts. Also, apparently fish can spawn in this little kelp farm. The mixer uses a basin, and the basin takes 5 of the andesite alloy, so we'll look at that right there and make it. Now, we got to figure out placement. This is kind of critical because we have the output coming from 2 of these chests. This chest here and this one over here. If you look here, this line is kind of shared between both of these output chests. So I think that the blender or the mixer should be right about here, or maybe even lower. But we need to get a belt going from here across first. So that's what we're going to build next, I think, is doing that. And belts are actually very easy. It just takes a couple of shafts. So, and of course the belt. So let's go back over here and grab that right now from the chest. We have some shafts. We'll have to make some more, but that's easy. And some belts. Let's make a couple more shafts here. There we go. Okay. So we're trying to get those items into the basin there. So we put that here and put this one here. And then the belt, you just right click on one shaft and you can see it puts little things like there. It's kind of red colored particle effects, but it's green if it's acceptable for a belt. And there we go. We've got a kelp drive advancement or achievement, and that is fine. Now, we're going to be eventually using one of these funnels to put it onto here, which should dump it into this place right here. Now, I'm not sure if this is the correct height for this chest. So I think what we're going to do is, since we can go have another chute, I'm going to make it go down one lower, basically a double chute. And that will therefore the chest can be lower one more block and be in sync with everything else. This shouldn't be that difficult, and that way it looks a little bit better and they're lined up nicely. Okay, I lowered the chests over here, and now I'm ready to set up this other belt. So I'm going to click the right over there, right click here, and we got 2 belts. So basically when we put these funnels on, these andesite funnels, it should push all the items that it needs from over here into this is where the mixer will be. Now, we've got to get power over here, and we have power from the windmill over there. So I'm thinking about running a line over to these sections to power both of these belts over here and also to power the mixer. We want this to go fairly quickly, so I'm going to try to do a couple of gear speed increases and see if I can get this all the way over here. So I've set up a vertical gearbox with a shaft and a cog on here to spin the mixer. That's where we want that to go. Now, right here, I'm going to put in another gearbox. Okay, that should power this particular belt. Hopefully this will power the right direction. If not, we'll have to put in some sort of reverser. Now we want to get power from this gear that's spinning all the way over here. So what I'm thinking about doing is, sounds like a fish just fell out, but that's okay. Is we're going to put some cogwheel here. We'll put another one on top of that. Okay, and put another one on top of that. Nope, that's not on top. We'll grab that. We'll put the shafts down. Sometimes placement with these things is kind of hard. But then we'll put that right there. Okay, and you can see the mixer is working. It looks like it's working fine. I don't get any errors with that. And you can see the belt is actually going in the correct direction. Excellent. Now, let's put this other gearbox here. Hopefully this will still go. Now, this is going in the incorrect direction, so we do need to put in some sort of a reversing gear. So let's see about doing that. First of all, I want to show you something you can do here with your belts. Even though I have a shaft here that's the end, you can put in another shaft inside of this if I can just get the right kind of placement so that you can do and work with the belts. If I can just get to it. Come on. Place it right there. Ah, it's not letting me do it. Well, we'll just have to take out the belt and we'll put it in here. We'll do that really quick. Put that in there. This can still power the entire belt. when we do this. Okay, I'm going to put the gearbox down here. That's where we wanted it. We need to have a piece there that reverses the gear. So we're going to get a gear shift, which is just a gearbox or the andesite casing, 2 cogs, and some redstone. I sure hope I have some redstone. I think I do. As long as I have 2 pieces of redstone, we should be okay. We do have some redstone, so let's make the gear shift. Okay, and the gear shift does use a lever to change directions. Just think like a gear shift in a car, same idea. So we're going to put that there. Okay, so it will go one way or the other when we put this in place, and then all we have to do is change the lever if we need to. So let's put this down here. That is not the correct orientation because everything would have started working. Like so, okay, and you can see that this is still running in a different direction. We put the lever on top of it and click it, and now that is running in the correct direction. So anything going from here and anything from going from here would go into the mixer. Now we want this output to be going to another location, so which would be another chest. So let's see about putting that in really quick here. We're gonna have a belt that's a little bit lower. And I'm going to clean this up a little bit so we don't have to see all this. I wish I have a shovel. A shovel died. Okay, so we're going to put in another shaft here, right here. Let's put one here, and let's get a belt. There we go. And you can see it automatically said, okay, I'm going to put my output onto the belt. And we'll probably have some sort of chest here. Now, I've got to get power to this, so let's see if we can do that really quick here. We need to have some sort of gearbox, probably here, a vertical one. 2 vertical gearboxes, it looks like. So let's go make a gearbox. The way you make gearboxes and vertical ones, first you make the regular gearbox, and then you put it inside of the crafting grid, and it makes it a vertical, which is pretty easy to do. We'll make 2 of those. And I hope this works. So we'll put that onto here, and put that on here. And of course, it's going in the incorrect direction. So I wonder if we pass it and power it on the other side, would it change direction? Let's go see really quick. It is getting dark, so I'll have to get some sleep here in a second, but we'll see if we can do this. I'm trying to get this to work correctly. Did we lose it in the mixer? We did. Okay, grab that. Thank you. And we'll do this. And it's still in the wrong direction. So we might have to do something here, again, with the reverser to make it go the opposite way. Okay, we're going to put in a vertical gearbox. We're going to put another vertical gearbox in right here. Okay, and that should be going over to that shaft right there. And you can see it is now with the reverser, it's still going the opposite direction. Put another lever on top of it. And now it is going in the correct direction, as you can see. So we got pieces going here, pieces going here, mixer's powered, this is going output. Let's put our output chest. We're just about there, guys. This is pretty easy. Okay, so now we're going to use the funnels, and I should have some funnels on me. Where did they go? There they are, 3 andesite funnels. I'm going to do shift on this, which makes it an input funnel. There we go. Now we're going to have the output of here. I'm just going to right click on it. It should automatically start pulling clay out. And there it goes. And it's going into the mixer, just like that. And if I do the same thing over here, it should bring in the kelp, and then this thing should start mixing. So here we go. There we go. It's feeding in. And just like that, the mixer's making its nice old sound. And when it gets done, it's making algal blend. You can see that right there. Fully automatic now. We're automatically making sand through this to make clay. We don't have to do anything with this. We're automatically making kelp. We don't have to do anything with that. Wind power. We don't have to do anything with that. This will just run forever and make us the algal blend. Let's grab that really quick. And now if we go into our quest, you can see here, we have that done. That is just fantastic. The next thing we really need to do is we need to dry the algae down to these bars here. Because after that, we need to go to the next contraption, which I plan on doing in the next video, which is getting all of the andesite cobble, which we combine with that to make some other pieces of this puzzle. So let's try to do the drying mechanism. Now, we know that the output is in this chest right here. We can probably take a line out and then over and drop it in front of an encased fan. So I'm going to put an encased fan somewhere like over here, probably right about here. This should give us some space so we can tie into some of this gearing to get us the right speed. And then we're going to put 3 of these weighted pressure plates down, stone pressure plates down, and the lava will go there. I have the bucket. I'm not going to put it there at the moment. Now, it's going to be flowing in this direction when we do this, so we want to have basically on top of this We want to have a chute. Okay. And we want to have some sort of belt mechanism going from here down to here and then over. Okay, so we want to have probably in line with this. Let's see if we can do this correctly. Let's get some blocks here. Let's do some planks. That would be a lot easier to work with. I'm going to put a block right here so I can put down a shaft. And if you think about it, it's right here. It'll be one block down. It'll be right there. So it should be right down here where the other one will be. Okay? And then we'll put a belt from there to there. And I think that will work as far as putting it into the chute. I have not seen this correctly. If not, we can make it one higher. We can figure out by going off of this row right here. But we'll see how this works. Hopefully this will work correctly. And again, we're going to go from this side all the way over. Wow, that popped onto there. Pretty good. Over to here. Putting in some shafts again. And I did not mean for that to hook up there. Sometimes you gotta be very careful with this stuff, and there we go. And a belt going from here to here. And there we go. Okay, so that looks about right. Now we need to basically test this out by getting these, first of all, motorized. So let me hook these up to maybe this gear here and over here. I don't mean gear, I mean shaft. Okay, I've got this belt hooked up, and as you can see, it's going the proper direction. If you know a better way to do this, I'm using 3 gearboxes and a reverser with the lever here to make this thing work. If you know a better way to transfer the rotational energy from this end of a belt to this end of a belt that turns 90 degrees, please let me know down in the comments. Anyway, we're going to put a funnel here. If the items go out of here and up and over into and then drop down, we know this whole system works. So we'll put that in here real quick, and you can see there it goes. Now, does it pop onto the thing? Looks like it does, and it's dropping down, which is what I wanted to see here. Okay, so we're good here. Excellent. So that'll just go on up, and we'll pick this up again and put it into that chest. So basically now, we just have to get the fan hooked up, and once the fan's hooked up, we should be able to catch this as it dries. So it is now powered. It looks like I have slowed this down. It was going way too fast, blowing way too fast for this, so I slowed down the speed of the rotation so that the fan will work at the right pace. I should be able to put a double chest right here. Okay. And an andesite funnel. Where are my funnels? There we are, right over here. Put it set it to input by shift and right clicking, and it should be good to go. So if we put the lava right here, okay, you can see that turns into like the red particle effects rather than the blue ones that we had over here when we were washing. We need to do this, okay? So if everything's working right, this should drop down the stuff. It should go in here, and it should be picked up into this chest. That's not what I wanted. And if you look in this chest, there's nothing in it. So let's put on this, and hopefully this system will work. So here we go. And it's pulling them out. They should be over here. They should drop and then be dried as they go and be picked up by the funnel. Hopefully this will work. They look like they're going a little slow here, but we should see them dry. I might have to speed this up slightly, but as long as it works, I don't really care. Looks like they're getting over there. There we go. Some of them are being picked up. Let's go check this out. So there we are. We already have 9 bricks. This system is working flawlessly. It is awesome. I just noticed that this system is really, really starting to back up. We're going to have to do something about this. So really quick here, I'm just going to try to make a couple of chests so that we can at least unload that chest and have it pick the items up, because we don't want it to be all those entities being out there. And we're going to have to do something about this in the next episode probably, where we can configure this to get this to work correctly and not get backed up. But for now, let's just do this. Wow, that's really loud. Let's gather up all the resources here really quick. I don't know if it gathers those up. Let's start to put some of this in here. We have basically oak logs, we have apples, we have saplings and sticks. Let's just transfer a lot of this over. Let's just grab some of that stuff that we don't need so much of in here, because we might be using this chest later, so might as well just get rid of the stuff that we don't need. All right, guys, that's all I've got time for today. Next time, we're going to get into getting the andesite cobble down low and trying to get it up here and see how far we can get on those other contraptions. I sure hope you liked this video. If you did, please click that like button. If you have any comments, put them down in the comments section. And if you'd like to be notified of the videos that I produce, please subscribe to this channel. And don't forget to hit the little bell icon so you get all the notifications, okay? Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.